Hey, Lisa here again, and I have another diet to show you. I have recently switched my sugar gliders from the Priscilla Price diet to the suggie soup. Just a personal choice. Every once in a while, probably maybe once, maybe twice a year, I'll change diets just to give them a little bit something different than what they're used to, because you probably wouldn't want to eat the same food all day every day, so I don't expect them to. So the suggie soup recipe is what they actually feed at Lucky Glider Rescue and Sanctuary, which is in Texas. I've talked to the people that run that place. They're very nice. They've helped me out many times, and I really like the way this diet works for my gliders. So I have laid out here some of the things that you'll need. I need something better than just my phone here, but to show you, you gotta have your orange juice. I got my measuring cups out. Bee pollen. You need to make sure that everything that you're using is pureed. So I have the food processor. Some of it's already mixed here. This is the Trader Darwin's vanilla flavored soy. Ever so scrumptious looking dehydrated fly pupa. Greek yogurt. I get the honey kind. My gliders don't really seem to like it whenever I use the plain kind. Honey, I get this size, which is 24 ounces, because that's roughly, I've measured it out and it's right at about 2 cups, and that's how much honey that you need in this diet, so I just dump the whole thing in pretty much. And an egg, which I nuked. And I'm missing a couple things. Oh, mango. I'm not good with picking out mango, so I cheat. Just make sure that it's not frozen when you use it, because I've done that before, and let's just put it this way, that's my second food processor that I've been through because I put frozen food in it. Bad idea. And you'll need papaya. I've never been able to find frozen papaya, so I just get a whole papaya, and what I used to actually put in there that's already in there was half of what I used from the last time. So I think that's it. I'm going to set the phone down here. Got to get better equipment here. I put the mango in after I pureed it. You have a cup of mango, and you have to puree it, which I use the food processor, which does a really good job at it. My food processor has a little measuring cup on it. I don't know if you can actually see or not, but right there's the 1 cup. So put some in there, turn it on, see how much you have left to go. Just keep adding it, because once it's pureed, it's elementary science. The smaller the pieces, the more there is. So you don't want to put in a bunch of big chunks, because then there's going to be a bunch of air pockets. It's elementary science. Anyway, so 1 cup of mango that's already been pureed or liquefied, 1 cup of papaya, 2 cups of orange juice. I like Florida's natural because it seems to be the most natural, and it's not from concentrate. Also, you want to make sure that you get the calcium and vitamin D. That's part of the instructions. Honey. This right here is some fancy schmancy stuff going on here. So right there. Let's see. And just dump it in. Yeah, this is actually how I usually do it. Let's just take the top off, stick it in there. Check this out. Bam, perfect fit. I already know that it's measured out. Right there is 2 cups. Bam, look at that. Great. And next I'm going to use this stuff, because I got the honey in. Oh, I don't need to forget my yogurt. I use Greek yogurt because it has more protein in it than other yogurts. And this is the honey kind. I've used the pomegranate flavor and all different kinds of flavors before. And a 1/4 cup of this. If you like to go by ounces, that's 2 ounces of yogurt. And my honey's still pouring, so I can't put anything in right now. Along with this diet, you need to make sure that you have your protein, your fruits, and your vegetables. So that's like 4 things that you need to set out for your gliders all at once. What I have started to do is mix it all in together. and then put it in ice cube trays. And I know that my cage with 2 gliders gets 2 cubes of food that I of course thaw, and then my quad gets 3 cubes. My 2 little girls eat a lot of food. Alright, I'd say that honey is about done. I'm going to put the lid back on. It says you're supposed to heat it up, but I'm too lazy for that. And I'm going to set it down like this so after a bit I can get the last little bit out of there. And I'm actually going to go ahead and turn on this thing and get it a little bit mixed up. This thing's about to happen. So, do. Yeah, that's pretty good. This is a 6-cup blender, and you can see that it's very full. So after I add my extra protein, which I've got chicken cooking and I'm going to fix another egg, I'm going to dump some of that out and I'll show you. So what I'm doing here, if you can see, is I'm getting the vanilla soy and I'm just kind of patting it out, level it out with my finger. Some of it's kind of clumpy, so work around that. And then just dump it in. I get my recipe from glidergossip.com. You can also type in sugargliders.com. There's a link at the top for nutrition and diets, and it's the LGRS, Lucky Glider Rescue and Sanctuary, also known as suggie soup. There's that. Make a mental note. Once you put this in, you're not going to want to lick your fingers. 1 tablespoon of dehydrated fly pupa. Try to get it mostly leveled out. Dump it in. Now, if you look on the if you look on the website, you'll see that it shows, you know, put this in, stir it up, put that in, stir it up. I stir it. I just do most of the blending when I'm done. I need to get something better for this. Tying it back up. And what else is on my list? Bee pollen. I'm almost out. Bee pollen. And I need 2 tablespoons of the bee pollen. And like I've said before in my videos, I try to, I mean, somebody could probably look at a recipe and be like, oh, well, that's simple. Why does this lady need to make a video on how to make food for sugar gliders? But when I first started out, I didn't even have kitchen knives, like for general cooking. I'm not a cook. Granted, in my almost 6 years of being a mother, I've learned how to become a cook. But I got knives as a gift from my husband simply for cutting up fruits and vegetables for the sugar gliders. Other than that, I don't really cook much. So, you know, the sugar glider recipes were always confusing for me in the beginning because I wasn't sure how to put stuff together or cook stuff the right way. I was afraid of doing everything wrong. So I got all that junk in there, and now I'm going to turn it on. And there's your suggie soup. I'll show you how it looks. And there you have it. Now, whenever I actually finish, I'm going to have the extra protein fruits and vegetables oops, I forgot something. Mixed in with it. The actual recipe says to put the suggie soup out on the plate, and then a protein, which could be chicken or egg, or turkey, a fruit, some fruits, and then some vegetables. I try to blend it all together because, like everybody, life's hectic. I forgot to put it in my egg, so I gotta put in the egg. Woo. And there it is, freshly nuked, and plop. And then the yogurt. That's why I usually go down my list. Like I said before, the website says put this much in, stir it, put this much in, do this, blah, 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 separate that. I go down the list because I'll forget something. I'll just use this. There we go. So when it's all said and done with, there's your suggie soup. Whenever I mix in the fruits and vegetables and protein, so I don't have to kind of put an extra on the side, I also puree it. That way they just go up to the bowl and they lick it. Sugar gliders are natural sap lickers in nature, so I don't really think it hurts so much. Every once in a while I'll give them some fruit or vegetables or peas to chew on, hide stuff around the cage, that way they can actually use their teeth instead of just licking food all the time. But if you want to mix all your food in together, you'll have to dump out part of this, and I usually use just this right here and kind of dump it in and then slosh it back and forth because it won't fit in that 1/6 cup container. I like to do 1 cup of pureed chicken or egg, which this time I'll probably use both, and make a cup. And then I'll do a 1/2 cup of fruits and a 1/2 cup of vegetables. Again, make sure they're pureed, that way you're getting the most of it. I do a cup and then a 1/2 and a 1/2 because their diet needs to be 50% protein, 25% fruits, 25% vegetables. So that way I know that they're getting 1 cup of protein, a 1/2 cup of fruits, and a 1/2 cup of vegetables with the suggie soup. I've done it this way for, I think, 2 months, and their fur's looking good. If you're not comfortable mixing it all together and you want to cut up and set up your fruits and vegetables and protein separately from this particular diet every night, you go right ahead. That's what most people do. I'm lazy. I think you guys have learned that by now. I've fixed suggy food with a sugar glider on me. I watch TV with my sugar gliders on me. I put their food in the fridge in ice cube trays and give it to them after I stuck it in the microwave. And how much lazier can you get? I put eggs in the microwave. So anyways, I hope this has been helpful. I now have 2 tutorials on 2 different diets, the Priscilla Price diet, and this one is the suggie soup, Lucky Glider Rescue and Sanctuary. If anybody has any questions, leave them in the comment section, and I will be sure to get back to you. Thanks for watching.